Grand Rising, y'all know the vibes. So, someone has an opportunity to do something or change something. I don't know what this is. However, this is based off of, I don't know how, well, you know what? It's accuracy in it. Whoever this resonate with it, just drop a comment. However, I don't know if this is somebody is with someone and you probably got kids with them or whatever. However, something's gonna go on or happen. This person probably always coming over, always having a house full of people, or excuse me, that's a confirmation. Somebody always have people in the house, or it's always people at your house or at this house in particular, and it's like the kids are there. And this person, I'm hearing like this is not fair. It's not fair. Why you get to do this and that and go there, or whatever the case may be. And this person did something with the car. I can't make out, like, this car is either like it's like a shimmer in it or something. I'm pretty sure this car is like a fast car. But this person, whoever you are, you went out. I don't know. Somebody fit to go out and like I don't even think this is keyed up. Like somebody is about to mess up somebody's car. Like mess it up to the max. Like it's gonna be alongside that passenger door on the hood of the car. But then it's also there's police involved where they're saying like, well, too bad, too sad. Like he already messed up the front of the car, so he too fast, too furious, a Virgo or something like that, or somebody may be in this energy of craziness. Because I'm hearing ludicrous, and ludicrous means crazy, but it's like, or this is bewildering. Like I feel like this is gonna be like something. Somebody gonna be like, this is mind-boggling. How do you know this? How do you see this? But anyway, it's like all my partners in them. We gonna be doing this, and this is somebody literally. They act like they don't have any friends or lonely or whatever, but it's like they friends. Like this person, this is a man. He probably got like a mama boy. Like he still got the teta in his mouth, and bruh, I don't know what this is, but this person, like, if they do and they got kids, this person got kids, bro. But whoever this dude is, he is messy. He is petty. If he bought food and like, I feel like this I can't make. I'm not able to make this up, bro. And this is real life, and I've dealt with it from experience. Like my ex-husband, he was so sassy. Like, forget sassy. You might as well say like I'm the real woman, and like I'm entitled to have my. But it was like in competition to see who was like the better woman. Like he wanted to be, but he didn't. Anyways, but like with my ex husband, like say if he got mad or something like that, and I remember like low key, I want to say like towards the time I got ready to put him out, like back in like 2019, right? He called himself like, oh, I got me some money, I get my own shit. Da, da, da. I'm like, whatever, bro. I already knew he was like giving it up to somebody else. Either way, whoever this man is, because that part is neither here nor there, and but it low key resonate because he would get food and say he got mad or something like that and he felt some type of way. Mind you, these are his kids. His kids live here. They have to eat. He would take all the food he bought. Like if I bought something on my own, that could stay. But if he bought like some stuff or if it was good stuff and stuff like that that I knew like the kids would eat, baby, he was petty to the max degree. You hear me? And but whoever you are, somebody's car for to get messed up, jacked up. Somebody's car gonna get repoed. Somebody friends is fit to fold. Also, if this baby daddy, if he felt some type of way, I don't know if you went your own way, you doing your own thing, or whatever the case may be. But Shawty, I don't care if this is in the same sex situation. Shawty is mad at you. Do you hear me? Somebody is super duper mad. And whoever you are on the other end, on not in the same sex situation, maybe you just had like a little baby or two or something like that. Somebody got like a little baby, but whoever this person or this man is to you, baby, petty to the degree. Somebody's gonna take your kids' food, and this is in order to spite you or something like you. at you or do something towards you. Also, somebody's trying to throw shade at you. Like, you might be a little confused whenever somebody decides to bring it to you. I'm not sure. Like, I don't feel that whoever you are listening to my voice, you're not looking for this person. You're not checking for this person. Honestly, you don't really care for this person. Like, I feel like you got to a point, you like, it is what it is. You did what you did. Keep it pushing. Even if you got kids, kudos to you, because I respect more women that if you can go on, take your kid and keep it pushing. The best thing and the best revenge that you could do for a person that feel like, oh, I'm gonna leave you and go to the baby, please do that. Like, please, thank you. You're doing me a favor in my Kodak Black voice, if I could do it. Like, yo, you want to leave, please? Thank you. You doing me a service anyway. Oh, you going to put me on, baby, child support wouldn't even do you justice. If you ain't doing nothing right now, here in the house that we got, with the kids we got now, and you out here making more babies and you ain't even take care of the ones you got, sugar, you're cool. It just, because apparently you made, whoever you are listening to my voice, you was the breadwinner. You make your money, you pay your bills, you do what you're supposed to. But however, I hope you understand from experience, like, baby, we not Build-A-Bear. This is not Fixer Upper. Like, baby, your mom, your parents didn't even teach them. Their parents didn't even teach them how to make proper hamburger helper with flavor. Like, how you mess up hamburger helper? How you mess up hamburger helper? I don't know. Onward. But yes, to the person, like, if you got kids or whatever, if you got to be a single dad, a single mom, please take your kid and go handle your business. Oh, I'm going to get them back by putting them on child support. For what? If they're showing you that they're not about nothing right now, putting them on child support ain't going to do nothing but involve a court. And then God forbid that this person, you know, if they get into their feelings and feel like they got to come up on a come up or something like that, they going to figure out ways to try to lie on you, dig up dirt on you, to try to either get your kids caught up in the system, because there are men like this. My ex-husband was clearly a epitome of this. This man would get so mad or get so spiteful because if he felt like he didn't get the last word, this is a sassy man. He didn't get the last word and he knew I was right about something I was saying. Honey, he'll go as far as he'll go cheat with every man he could see, every woman, anybody he could see. Then he'll try to go steal my money or something like that. And it's like, honey, that is for the birds. That is for the streets. Or they do anything just to try to spite you. Like, he will do anything to figure out, like, to try to spite me. But he just didn't understand. Like, motherfucker, I really don't care. Like, when I first married you, I knew I had fucked up. I just didn't know or understand how to get the annulment at that time, because they was trying, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to look for the laws. I couldn't figure out the laws in Tennessee at that time because I wanted to get away from that motherfucker since I had married his ass in 2014. I was like, oh, Jesus, please let him go. Like, what the hell did I do? But, you know what I'm saying? Even then, it took him forever. Like, even after our son had died, like, he was so messy. Like, he would call DCF because he got mad at his feelings because I'm working 3 jobs, bringing home the money, be able to afford the bills. But he was steady stealing the money, trying to give it to this girl for her pills and her kids and whatever she had going on because she was blackmailing him because you into pegging. Like, bruh, like, just go do what you do. Just leave me the fuck alone. Like, I really don't care about none of that. All you gotta do, like, I'm the type of woman, all you gotta do is just talk to me. Hey, I'm just not interested in you no more. Okay, say less. In the discussion, you ain't gotta explain. You ain't gotta elaborate. You ain't gotta do all that extra stuff. Oh, I just feel like we're not compatible. Okay, cool, say less. Keep it moving. Oh, I'm not interested in you. Cool, say less. Keep it pushing. Like, I don't need to have any more conversation. But especially if I already told you, like, I ain't dealing with you, I ain't messing with you, we can't be friends, we can't be cool. Understand that's where it's left at. And that's what had happened with my ex-husband. Like, I was paying for everything. Mind you, he's had another check, and I couldn't understand where all the money went. I remember I had left him with like 7 bands. Like, bro, what did you do with 7 bands? That should have been enough money for when I was going to get help, for you to take care of the kids, the bills, and food, whatever, you know, food and gas, and still have money left over by the time I got back. You should at least have about at least 2 to 4 bands left, because that should have been enough to cover rent, the food, all that stuff. Baby, to this day, I couldn't tell you what it is that he did with it. I remember even during the process of trying to divorce him, and like before then, I figured out, you know, hey, dude, you gay, but you need to let me know, are you deciding to come out public with it? Are you trying to keep it private? You know, whatever the case may be. Like, I'm just that type of woman. Talk to me. choosing not to, okay, you lose me. And then even then, when you do decide to talk to me, just understand that I'm just gonna look at you very nonchalantly, because it's like I already knew like it's like looking at fucking Courage the Cowardly Dog. You a dog. It's a given, you know what I'm saying? Your loyalty determined by how your feelings are, because a dog can turn on you at any given time. That's like a man's best friend, but shit, even a dog can turn on you at any given time, or anybody. So it's just like, I'm not concerned about it. I'm not to fucking just keep crying. Oh, you're horrible. You feel like you got to break me down because you're about to get left out? Like, get out of your feelings. And it's like, this man went on a rampage for like eight, it's 8 years now. He's been on a rampage for the last 8 years. It's like, bro, you didn't want me clearly, and I clearly don't want you, and it's very evident that you don't want me in no type of way. Like, you like what I like, so this is not gonna work, bro. And it's like, so you, instead of you just standing in your truth, you want to come attack me, call CPS, DCF, you want to get me fired from my job. Like, I had a very good job and stuff like that, and I got to get fired from my job, and then he got assisted with my mom and stuff like that. Like, key thing, pay attention to your surroundings, because sometimes men are like, y'all end up gravitating towards people that feel like home, or feeling like you gotta gravitate towards people that yeah, that reminds you of home. So meaning home could be like how you grew up. If it was chaotic in the home, always arguing, but they coming back together, and or it was just always toxicity in the home, understand that shit carries through into relationships. And like for him, it's like his abuse carried through his relationship. And I remember you're traumatized. Like, y'all can quit projecting that on me. Any trauma, abuse, anybody that did me wrong, I did that shit by the time I was 23. Wrote letters. I spoke to these people till my face could turn blue, to let them know, like, I forgive y'all. But then it's like, they couldn't handle the fact, like, I forgive y'all and I could fuck with y'all from a distance, or I could just choose not to deal with y'all at all. Like, I choose not to deal with people at all. Like, especially if you showed me that, if a person shows you blatantly time after time, I can disrespect you. I'm gonna take from you, especially, and then if they willing to do this shit, especially when you have kids or you gave birth to these kids or something like that, and people choose to do hateful stuff like this, I highly suggest and highly recommend, baby, don't return, don't say hi, how you doing, don't speak shit. Even if you see them in the street, I'm a person, I see you in the street, I might just laugh. If not, I'm gonna pass you by like I never seen you a day in my life, because it's like, we have nothing to talk about. And I'm like, oh, how you doing? I just want to see how just catch up. Well, there's ketchup in one of the restaurants. I'm not a ketchup. I'm not sauce. I'm not going to put the sauce in whatever it is that you're trying to conjure up. So it's just like, pay attention to that, because somebody's trying to conjure up or pull up some or do something towards you. Like, for myself, I understood, like, people did me so fucking wrong, so dirty. Like, I don't care for love. I don't care for relationships. I don't care for friendships. I don't care for baby daddies. Like, oh, you're not going to be here? Okay, cool. Like, you doing me a favor. Thank you. Thank you. And then it's like, if you know that these people are trying to put you in competition with another person, I don't care, same sex, heterosexual, like, I don't care. If a person is trying to put you in competition or trying to make you jealous, baby, leave their ass. They ain't worth it. They ain't worth it at all. Why would I make you? The job is, when you get into a relationship, that person should make you feel like you the only person in the world. Rihanna said it. Make you feel like you're the only girl in the world. For real, for real. And if that person cannot make you feel like I'm the only one in the world, baby, I'm gonna dismiss you, because out of respect, I'm not a person just like you to put people in competition about, ooh, if I'm going to choose you. No, I'm not a pick me. Don't pick me. Because if you got about 3, 4, 5 other options, I'm going to make sure I can cut down on that, so you ain't got to worry about it. But you my favorite little, well, it is what it is. And it was, yeah, I know, I'm aware. And keep it fucking pushing. And it's like, we have nothing else to do, because that was not my intentions with you, but that was your intentions with me. And since you couldn't have that open discussion openly about what it is that we're doing, guess what? Leave it where it's at. People need to stop doing all that situationships, them little jump balls, sneaky. Baby, if you got to sneak, ain't nothing player about it. Oh, the only people know my homegirl know that. Girl, how many niggas you sleeping with? Oh, girl, boy, like, what you doing over there? Mind your business. Because guess what? The business is already out there. You just not included in it. Everybody else know about what's going on except for you. So if you ever have to feel like, dang, everybody acting funny around me. Dang, he did say something trying to talk down on me in front of his homies or in front of his family. Okay, sis, bruh, if people doing that shit to you, move the fuck around. Move around. Why you gonna stick around for somebody to, you're looking to see your demise? Because if this person can do that right in front of all these people's eyes, you can only imagine how worse it is behind your back. So it's just like, instead of just sticking to that, baby, whoever you are, please just don't key up this person's car. They gonna mess it up themselves. But whoever you are, I clearly see a woman going out. Like, I don't know if y'all had a run in with the police. Yeah, this also is a run in with the police and stuff like that. But whatever the case may be, somebody's fit to mess up a car. Somebody fit to crash a car, and somebody's about to hello to the other side. Somebody about to go see the other side. Okay? Type shit. Somebody about to go meet their Micah. Because somebody was being too risque. But, yeah. Somebody need to be mindful. There's an opportunity. I don't know what it is that you do with your child. I don't know if you just laying there crying and like the baby trying to get your attention or something like that. Sis, sir, ma'am, whoever this is, get up. Tend to the baby, tend to the kids. You might not get through the day fully, but at least make it through half of the day. And then if the last of the day and you got to cry or whatever, be sure to just pray or talk or whatever the case may be. Get it out. Write it out. Something. Cry it out. If you don't want to handle your emotions in front of your kids, like for me, if I feel like my emotions or my feelings or my thoughts are too overwhelming and my kids are in the room or something like that, or they're around me or something like that, I will take me a few breaths or whatever, get them calm and situated, and then you take yourself as the adult, as the parent, and go outside, sit on the porch or something like that. They might go and want to follow you, whatever, but keep them distracted by all means necessary. If you need 30 minutes to yourself, an hour to yourself, long as you have them in a safe space. If you got small little kids, I used to have to lock like my bathrooms and put up gates and stuff like that, and then set them up with, their little snacks. Somebody need to go do that, and then go take your tail to your room and be like, hey, but explain to them, hey, mommy, either if you feel like you can't just do it in your room, they're going to keep busting in your room, go turn on that shower, spend about 30, 45 minutes in that damn shower, okay? Put it on some hot water to as much as you can tolerate and cry it out, scream it out. I know it's a little silent, it's a little rough. If you can take your towel and you got thick enough towels, baby, scream it out. Whatever you got to do, get it out. Deal with those emotions. Acknowledge those emotions. Hey, I feel a little bit depressed. If you fell into depression, acknowledge it, own it, work through it. It might take you, you might can get through it at that time, or it might take you, 3 to 7 days to get out of that. But as long as you keep consistent with that, consistency is key, you can work through these things. But if you choosing not to work through it, baby, all you're doing is suppression. Especially if you went through, suppression leads to depression. So let that stuff out by all means necessary, but do it in a useful manner where it doesn't affect everything going on around you. So work on you. So, if you got to go outside, go for a walk, or shoot, even then, if you got kids and you're a single parent, take them kids with you. I don't care if you're a single mom, a single dad. If you knew that, like, if you was away from your kids for a while or something like that, take them kids for a walk. Y'all walk, you know what I'm saying? If the park or something like that that is an open field, something safe or fun that they can do, go walk there, especially if it's within walking distance. Get everybody hands. If you got like a wiggle kid like I did, I bought like a little wagon. I put them in the wagon. We would walk to the park, and I would let them kids have at it for a good 2 hours. And guess what? For them good 2 hours, they ran out that energy. If they need me to push them on the swing and go on the slide for a little bit while I sat on the sideline, then you do that. But you watch them as they play, because you watching kids play will actually allow you to I think it's like dopamine or serotonin or whatever the case may be. It actually can open you up, because when you're depressed but you're seeing like other kids or seeing your kids smiling and laughing and enjoying stuff, it actually causes you, like, it's a boomerang or domino effect. Like, them laughing will cause you to laugh. You'll be like, what the heck did my kid just do? Because you'll be more amazed at them seeing you sad. Kids know. Trust and believe. If you're going through something, kids know it. Whether you speak on it or not, they see it. But however, they also watching how do you work through it. Because how you work through it is how they're going to work through it as they get older. So if you're not speaking on it, and like for me, I ain't got no friends. So my best bet is to journal it. Go take breathing walks, breathing meditations, hot showers, or, when the time comes, and if they're old enough age, you make it age appropriate for them, and you talk to them. Choosing not to talk to your kid is true. You're choosing to damage that child, to not let them know what's going on with you. Children do deserve the right to know, but you have to learn to figure out how to explain it to them age appropriately. Hence why some people go to therapy. So if you feel like you need to go to therapy, which for me, honestly, therapy is good for you to get techniques and tools on how to handle it or to manage it. Outside of that, they really can't do shit else for you, but they give you tools and techniques of how you can handle it and manage it. So you be like, hey, I need a child psychologist to help me figure out how can I better raise my kid. I know I'm fucked up, but however, I don't want my kid to be jacked up, so I'm going to do the best of the work that I'm capable of doing to the best of my ability to make sure that they don't have to feel all the trauma, all the abuse, all those things that I'm going through or went through or trying to heal through. It doesn't affect them as much, or doesn't affect them at all. And I can be able to give them the tools that at any given moment, them kids can end up going through what you're going through, not intentionally, but however, if it occurs, you're able to say like, hey, I'm able to do this, and this. Like, figure out ways better to handle it, especially with your kids. I don't even care if you got adult kids. If you're willing to make that change and put in that effort, like, hey, you might have been depressed for 30 something years. Well, baby, isn't it your job to do that? Because especially as them kids get older, you don't want them to fall into those patterns. And for me, I figured out, like, as I was going through, those patterns were affecting my kids at every different space. So look at it in every angle that you're able to. And especially if you're a person or a parent, or you could be a family member that you may have been really, really, really close with somebody's child. Like for me, I literally cried almost for 18 months straight after the death of my son, because I knew that with my son's death, there had to be some foul play. But like, I knew my son could escape from the place or whatever. However, it was some foul play. Like, I understand, like, my ex-husband, like, he ain't wrapped too tight in the brain. But then it was just like the person that I was with, figuring out that he may have possibly had some involvement, or he knew about it. Like I'm saying, it was just like, I try to tell people, if people are not willing to be open and raw and honest with you, and you're not open and honest with yourself to understand, like, hey, I could take constructive criticism, because just because somebody is saying something to you, oh, I don't like da, just take it in and be like, okay. And if you can observe and take in honestly whatever this person is saying, regardless of how they deliver it to you, and you can actually sit down with yourself and be like, okay, you know what, maybe I do that, or maybe I do say that a lot, or maybe I do act like that sometimes. You get to the core of it and you be like, okay, cool, appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Don't take anything that people are saying personally towards you, because guess what? They're not you. So how you feel about you is what causes you to be triggered to say, oh, I'm going to take it personally, or I'm going to take it this way. It's not necessarily for you to take it personally. It's necessarily for you to observe certain things. So if what somebody is saying, you getting offended about what they saying, apparently you're doing something that is triggering you to be no, like, no, you shouldn't ever get offended. You shouldn't ever get triggered. Like for me, I used to get triggered so bad whenever a person tell me a lie. I would get so mad and just go off on people, because that's my biggest pet peeve. I do not like a liar. However, once I, realize that you always mean, you always, I gotta protect me, because at the end of the day, everybody got different circumstances. There's people with support systems, and then there's people like me. I have no support system, so I have to be my own support. I have to be, the support for my children as well, to the best of my abilities. So it's just like the responsibilities for me may differ. So depending on your situation, you got to figure out how you got to handle it. If you have zero to no support at all, and you don't really trust too many things, just go to, therapy or something for a little bit. Get the tools and techniques that you need. Invest in it. If not, shit, YouTube got a whole bunch of videos on reparenting yourself, overstimulation, overwhelm. Some depression, but they don't really talk much about traumatized situations, death of a child, how to get over that and stuff like that. However, just look into that. If you lost a child, miscarriage, abortion, sleeping babies, stillborns, or you had small child, like I had a small child, and that was only 5. So to me, those are small kids. Anything under 10 is small kids. So if you lost a child of any type, I don't care if all those 5 things I named, if you lost a kids in any of those things, baby, look at it, and you gotta look. It's a struggle. I'm not gonna lie to you, baby. It's a struggle to look at it in every way. And the best way that I can say, hey, he's in a way better place. He don't have to be here in this world. He don't have to keep seeing mommy cry, being depressed, have to struggle, having to figure it out on my own, having to make sure everybody get clothes, sheltered, food, get all the hugs and kisses that they need, the listening ear, to go play with them, to make sure they go to school, helping them with homework, helping them, Mama, can we eat this? And cooking and baking and all that other stuff. That's the shit I love to do. Like, my world revolves around my kids. I don't really care about having nobody else. It's me and them against the world. And I will take that, all the way to the end. Like, somebody can keep trying to take my kids. Cool, that's on you, because you feel some type of way, because you know what I'm saying. You just have to look at the situation. What are you doing good, and what things are you able to work on to make better progression with yourself? Not trying to relate, oh, I raised my kids better than such and such. Don't be a compare Nancy, because just as quick as you compare yourself about how you do with your kids to somebody else with their kids, just know you just created karma for talking about somebody, especially if they going through something, if they lost their kids, a kid died, or something happened with somebody's kids, or happened to somebody tragically in their life, and you sitting there judging them. I want you to know, within, sometimes karma come back to you really quick, especially if you're a Libra, Taurus, a Virgo, or a Scorpio. Baby, those 4 signs right there, especially a Sagittarius, if y'all in those 5 zodiac signs decide to go ahead and judge or talk about a person, baby, those zodiac signs, that karma comes to them quick, like a quick boomerang. As quick as they threw it, as quick as it start happening to you. That's why I said, don't be sitting there quick to judge a book by its cover, because somebody, oh, she dressed like she a city girl, she do. Baby, you judging a book by its cover, and just because that person dressed like that, maybe you don't know where they come from, and that's probably all they know what to dress, or probably don't have the funds to dress how they really want to dress, or 3, you know what I'm saying, you don't know what's going on in that person's life, and that's probably the same wardrobe they done had for all these years, and that's what they can afford to wear, or that's all they got to wear. But little did you know, that person probably got intellect. That person probably got knowledge, ideas, businesses. You don't know what that person got going on, but you was quick to judge them, like to talk bad about them. So y'all need to be careful with that, because that boomerang effect, what goes around come back around. That's why you need to watch your words, because what goes around come back around. They gonna get their kid. You sitting there talking about somebody's kids gonna be taken as quick as yours. Somebody, oh, they kids got touched on. yours will too. So don't do that. You need to learn how to empathize, compassionate, whatever the case may be, because just as quick as you saying that about somebody else, as quick as about you. Oh, they a druggie, they this, they that. Okay, I'll see you in a few within that 10-year frame, because when you start picking and making part of people's names, karma ain't got a time nor a date, but they don't ever lose an address. So wherever you are, just be careful. But somebody just be mindful. Sirens out.